Hi there, future forecasting subscribers, and what the heck, I'm going to put this out on YouTube too. So it's a beautiful evening. The sun is going down here at Ethereum Place, and I just want to do a free form. This isn't really remote viewing, it's more of a tagging, and I just want to put this on the record. Being a remote viewer does not give you superhuman powers of omniscience, but it does open pathways of precognition, and a lot of times thoughts bounce around in your head, and after you've been remote viewing a long time, you learn to listen to those thoughts and connect them. So I'm going to connect some dots. I'm not claiming this as a prediction, but I want to put it down on the record. On April 25th, I did a segment on YouTube. Let me put a frame from that. This is a frame from that video. You can see it. It was published on April 25th. It was about tariffs and trade, and I drew the map of the continental United States. I didn't really understand why I did that, but I felt compelled to draw a map of the US. Why was that? In that segment, if we look at the frame, I also talked about birth certificates, tariffs, gold, royal family. A lot of things were bubbling through my mind on that one. And now I'm thinking more thoughts. I'm thinking about borders. And I'm thinking about, we do monthly predictions at Future Forecasting Group where we try to see things that are going to happen. And we've already done the May predictions. But something was nagging me, like, what if something big happens and I missed it? God, what, you know, that's the fear of doing precognitive remote viewing, like you missed the big one. And something's been bothering me, and that something has to do with borders. Could this come true? Why am I drawing the United States map? I'm thinking about borders, and Trump is in the Middle East. Now, the borders of the Middle East were arbitrarily drawn up at the end of the Ottoman Empire, at the beginning of the 20th century. The royal family basically drew those borders arbitrarily in the sand. It was just Bedouins. There were no nation states, but they made these borders in terms of harvesting the oil. So I'm thinking about Trump's in the Middle East. Somebody's going to redraw some borders, but maybe it is the Middle East, but maybe it's not the Middle East. Oil, royal families. A member of the royal family was Prince Albert. Prince Albert, oil. Prince Albert had a daughter named Alberta. And Alberta is a province in Canada where they have a lot of oil. And Trump has been making jokes about, oh, the 51st state in Canada. And I don't see Canada as a whole. They wouldn't annex all of Canada, but people in Alberta are pretty pro-Trump, pretty right-wing, pretty self-sufficient. They have a lot of oil. So oil, borders, Alberta. And I'm thinking, do we need to sketch this? That's Alberta, but sketch sounds like Saskatchewan. So I'm going to draw Alberta and Saskatchewan. And could it be, I'm not predicting it, but I'm just putting this out as to get it on the record. Alberta and Saskatchewan becoming greater United States, which will eventually lead up here to Greenland, to regionalism, where we have North and South America, the Americas, all of Canada, Alaska, Greenland, as part of a new regional form of government as they bring out blockchain digital distributed ledger technology as the administrative tool, as the accounting tool of how humans are managed and how the accounting is done. So that's a free form. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, bouncing ideas around. Could this be, would it be a deal between Trump and the King and Carney? Will we see them in the news? Carney of Canada, the King of England, who is coming to Canada this month, and Trump, who is swinging deals all over the place. So I'm just putting this on the record, not saying I'm omniscient, not saying this could happen, but let's timestamp it and watch things happen. This could be complete BS, or you never know. We'll see.